Hey everybody, this is me, Will. I'm kind of making a little video of, I made a road trip. Drove my truck to the state of Indiana. Come to visit my mom and dad and check on them, see how they was doing, and do some stuff for them while I'm here. They got all moved into their new house, and they seem like they're doing a lot better now that they're in this new house, and they're right next door to my sister, and everything's all on one floor, so they don't have to worry about no going up and down those stairs, and it seems like they're doing a lot better. This is part of their yard. That's their van. That's the front yard. This is the front of the house. They're getting it fixed up pretty nice. But it seems like they're doing a lot better now. My dad bought him a shed and got him a little workshop out there whenever he can get out there and do stuff. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know what I was up to, and that I'm here in the state of Indiana. So I'm gonna go around. This is my hometown. This is where I grew up at, here in Seymour, Indiana. So I'm gonna do some running around and check out the old neighborhood and stuff, and get some video of, I'll show you where this is, the hometown of John Cougar Mellencamp. He grew up here, and I want to just run around, and I'll take some videos of some stuff on here, and probably get some video of my family. Yeah, I've been here. I got here Sunday evening, and today's Tuesday. So I'll get you guys back on here whenever I start going around. I just want to check out some of the old hometown and check out some places. Seems like it's changing a lot since I've been here, but I'll bring you guys back on whenever I start doing some more shooting some video. But I'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Hey everybody, it's me, Will. I'm driving into town. Mom and Dad had to go to the store, so I thought I'd go out driving around. And this is going into town. Right here is where you get off to get on 65 South to go to Louisville. Coming up is a big sign that Seymour paid a lot of money to have this built. Sign there that says Seymour on it. I drove around here. Got a lot of new stuff here since I've been here.
used to be a place that was like a little flea market thing in there, but I think it closed down. Goodwill over here on the right. Got a Home Depot here on the left and an Aldi's here on the left. You got a lot of restaurants down this main road. Restaurants and a lot of gas stations. They got a Ollie's here. I may go in there and check out Ollie's while I'm here sometime. Harbor Freight. Show you my old hometown. I want to go by a place where I mostly grew up at, but I think the house is gone now. They tore it down. I don't know if they ever built anything else there yet or not. They have an O'Reilly Auto Parts place here. Make a run down to where my grandma and grandpa lived at, go to their graves while I'm here. They're down in Freetown. It's not too far from here. I think I'll turn here and go down to where the house was at, where I grew up. I don't know if this camera is set up here or not. It might. This road's closed. Got this road closed off at the railroad tracks. There's an old, right here on the, by the road, there's an old railroad station that's set here. I guess I'm going to turn here. Place here on the right, it's been here for years. I'm surprised it's still running. Gravel place, different kind of stones and dirt. Oh, here's the old railroad station. here at the railroad station. Check it out. They've been keeping it up pretty good. I don't know if that's a visitor center. We might go in here and check this place out. Now this is the old railroad station. Got big old colorful check this place out. There's a sign here if you want to read it. We'll have to see if they'll let me videotape in here. Hello. I'm just coming to check it out. I used to live here in Seymour. I grew up here. Now I live in New York. So I thought I'd come in and check it. I had never been in here.
You're more than welcome.
Oh, thank you. Is it okay if I video?
Sure. Absolutely.
It's pretty nice. Look at old trains. This is where the Dr. Reno gang, the first train robbery, they robbed the train. They're buried here at a graveyard. There's John Mellencamp. Got John Mellencamp stuff here. He grew up, and my sister went to school with him. Some of his jackets. One of his guitars. Yeah, I don't want to talk too loud. I don't want to bother the people in here. Yeah, they're keeping this place up really nice.
Yes. What year I know it says out on there, when they came in and revamped everything.
Revamped everything?
Yeah. They kept a lot of original, which I love that they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the old stuff.
Yes.
We live in a house in New York. It's in Port Crane, New York.
Uh-huh.
It's about 3 hours from New York City. It's kind of like just a little small town. I always think about watching for Andy and Barney to come driving by.
Yes.
And our house was the very first house that was built there back in 1800.
Yeah.
It was the very first house. We liked the old stuff. So we bought that old house, been redoing it.
Very cool.
And it's, yeah, we like this. We like the old stuff. We try to keep it as close to
1800s as possible. Try to keep it the same. I don't like.
Well, this was 1890 when this was built. So
Yeah, that's.
very cool.
I can remember when I was a kid, it was kind of getting a little bit run down, but they was starting to try to keep it up. And yeah, I grew up here in Seymour, and then me and my wife, we ended up moving to New York and to be with her daughter, because she found out that she had MS. So we moved there to help her. And I like it there. It's a nice little town. I don't like big towns.
Right. But it's,
Yeah.
but close enough to the big town.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we're not too far from Binghamton, New York. That's where her daughter lives. It's a bigger town, but we're far enough away where it's more like out in the country. And then we got the Shenango River just right across the road from us. I walk over there all the time and just sit and relax. And,
very cool.
but I like this stuff. And some friends I've made online on YouTube. I make YouTube videos. They're the ones that kind of talk me into making YouTube videos and stuff.
Fun.
And I'm not real good at talking on cameras and stuff yet.
Oh, you'll get used to that. That's pretty cool.
And I do woodworking too. I got a woodworking shop where I live, and I do a lot of scroll saw work. And I make videos of doing that, and then just out wandering around.
Very cool.
But thank you. It's really looking good in here.
Hey, I'm glad you stopped in.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Have a good day. Is it okay if I kind of walk around the building?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Let's walk around to here. Got this sign here. They're trying to keep it as close to, I think it was built in 1890, she said. And they've been revamping it, fixing it up. The old building. Some of the old stonework for the walkway that was here. Like it's falling down. Railroad tracks is all right here. That's where people used to load and unload off the train. It's pretty cool. The old stones that held the walkways up. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember this place whenever I was a kid. We'd drive by this almost every day. It's pretty nice. Here's the sign for it. Alexander McClure on April 15, 1860 at the Seymour Railroad Depot. A shipping box was damaged while being transferred. McClure was discovered inside and immediately identified himself as a fugitive slave from Nashville, Tennessee. The box had been shipped from Nashville, addressed to Levi Coffin in Cincinnati, who strongly denied any knowledge of the escape plan. On the other side, Adams Express Company agents took McClure to Louisville jail, where his owner claimed him, then took him to Nashville. The company paid all expenses for McClure's return to Nashville. McClure's testimony helped convict two black men accused of aiding him. Many Sensationalized stories about the attempted escape appeared in the various city newspapers. That's pretty cool history there. This is
But they're trying, it looks like they're trying to keep it as natural as it was. Pretty cool though. Now it's the Jackson County, Indiana Visitor Center. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys off, stop you here for a few minutes, and when I get to something else, I'll bring you back on. Okay, now I'm gonna go down 5th Street here. This is where I grew up, on this street. This is an old factory. It's been here for years. Seymour Manufacturing. They've kind of redid the building. Lived on this street, walked down this street a lot when I was a kid going to school. And the house used to be right here in this empty spot right here. Used to be a house and another little house in behind it. But it looks like they tore it down and it's empty now. Used to have a girlfriend that lived right next door there. Now I'm turning on O'Brien Street. They still have a lot of rednecks that live here. Mom and Dad's church is down this road. I think they got a boys and girls club down here on this turn down here. That wasn't here whenever I was a kid. And then right over here. So no, the house is gone now. There was a house over there that right over there, that Seymour Middle School, the Boys and Girls Club over there. And then my mom and dad's church is right over here. This is my mom and dad's church here. My dad used to come over here all the time and help keep the grass and everything mowed. And they'd come over here, and man, we'd all come over here, and most of the time they'd sit in there and watch. They would have coffee and gossip like a bunch of women. But called Seymour Community Church. So if you're ever in Seymour, Indiana, come by the Seymour Community Church. It was a pretty good church. the pastor that was there when I was younger, he passed away already, and they got a new pastor. I'm not sure who he is, but my mom and dad seem to like him okay. Turn down here on 6th Street. Should come close to where the city pool is. But it's getting now where I couldn't really live here in Seymour anymore. It's getting too big, and they have all these. I know some people ain't gonna like it, but what I say, but this is the Shields Park here on the right. Here, but they got that road closed off down there. That's where the city pool is. This is the Shields Park here on the right. Seymour used to be just a little small town, but now it's getting big. I remember running all these streets when I was a teenager, running around all these streets, and when I was a little bit older, I got my license, I was cruising around the streets here. Now they don't do that much anymore. There's a library here where they used to take, and back in the, I think it was the 70s or 80s, when they have a bunch of guys out there and girls break dancing in the parking lot there at the library. But it's growing up too fast. And right over here, I'll get my camera set up here to where just right over here on the left, where this old building is here. Used to be a school right in there in that field, and that's the gym. I went to school there. They left the gym there, but they're letting it run down. The windows are getting broke. Excuse me. Set back up here again. May go down to Freetown, check out where my grandma and grandpa lived and where their graves are, and then may come back through Brownstown, where we lived there for a while when I was a kid. Go by the house there where we lived. And John Cougar Mellencamp He had an old barn there in Brownstown that he converted into a recording studio. Down this way we go into where we go to Freetown, and there used to be an old covered bridge here. I don't know if it's still there now or not. Work down here, so I don't know if we can go all the way through or not. It's changed all down through here. A lot of this stuff wasn't here years ago. All this housing over to the left wasn't here. There's building more and more housing complexes. This place over here on the right, it never used to be here. Used to be a lot of corn. I don't think this little bridge here was ever here. It looked like they might have tore down the old covered bridge. Where the covered bridge was at. Yeah, the covered bridge used to be right down through here, right straight through. Now it's the Belford Public Access Site. Yeah, the covered bridge used to be right here. Now they got this bridge here going across here. It's where you can go down and go fishing now, I guess. Boat ramp. They tore the old covered bridge down. I don't know. They still have the stonework out there in the river that the bridge went across. And they tore the bridge down. That's a shame. I like them old covered bridges. They would have left the old covered bridge up. There's not many of the covered bridges left anymore. I remember when I was a kid driving through that covered bridge. Kind of miss the old days. East Fork White River. I remember fishing here off that old covered bridge. Just sit right over there to the left, or to the right. The river's up a little bit. You know, this all out through here will flood sometimes. We'll go through Cortland first. I used to work at Rose Acres, but they called it Court Acres. I worked at the hatchery where they would raise the baby chickens, and I worked at the place where we had to take the baby chickens after they hatched and stuff and clean out the containers that they had the chickens in, the eggs in, and we'd give them their shots that we had to give. Redoing the roads here. Some of these houses wasn't even here when I was a kid. Got the old feed mill over here on the right. Where you can go in there and buy your feed for your cows and stuff. The old Cortland Church is still here, looks like. Here on the left. Graveyard. Used to go down this road here a lot, going to my grandma and grandpa's house. But I think they tore the old house down. I think the last time I was here was last year around this time. They had the house was tore down and nothing was there. I don't know if they built another house there or if it's still empty. A lot of farm country around here. A lot of corn. A lot of corn farmers. Sunflowers in this field on the left. It's been a in down this road. My e-bike with me and rode it around too, but the throttle on it broke, so I had to contact the company that I got the e-bike from, and they're sending me a new throttle for it. And I ordered two from Amazon that looked exactly the same, but they wouldn't work for it, for that e-bike for some reason. So I contacted the company and they're sending me a new one, a replacement for free. Okay, we're coming into Freetown right now. Here's the old Denny's grocery store. They sell gas too. It's been here for years. It's going into Freetown. Just a little small town. Looks like it's grown up a little bit. Not a whole lot, don't look like. Still has some of the old houses. And this Freetown kind of changed a little bit too, though. A lot of these houses is different. Building on the Freetown some too. Coming into the little town area. Burnside Garage is still there. This place here on the left, it's been there for a long time. My uncle used to have a flea market there. Now it's a little bar and restaurant. It's changed quite a bit here too. Here on the right wasn't there before. There's an old house. Turn right here to go down to where my grandma and grandpa lived. If they still have a road down that way. Yeah, they do, right here. I think this is the road. Yeah, it's the road. Just a little small road. Used to be a house here on the left, and it's gone. Remember this bridge here going across the creek. Been here for a long time. Got a lot of the place I used to go to as a kid that's fenced off now. You go down to the river. Not the river, but the little creek. And somewhere down this road here, there's a little road that goes up to where the old church is that my grandma went to, and their graves up there. I'm gonna go down to where their house was at. This road here, you go to the left, you go to the church and the graveyard. This way goes down to where their house was at. Hoping if there's anybody there, they'll let me check out the old area. And my grandma, on down past where they lived at, she has some other family that lived down the road a little ways. What all is still here. Some of these places wasn't here years ago. Right now here's where their house used to be. Yeah, it's changed a lot down here. There's a deer going in the yard there. Yeah, it's changed a lot down through here. Here wasn't even here back years ago. I don't think it's down this far. It's hard to tell where it's even at. Stuff's changed so much. Yeah, I think I've gone a little bit too far. Find a spot to turn around. Like a big old dump area down through here now. I gotta find a place to turn around. It's changed a lot down through here. Can't even tell where my grandparents' homestead was even at. I know it wasn't down this far. they even had their house at. It's changed so much. I thought it was right back behind us here, but don't even look nothing like it did. I had a little river across the road from it. Can't even tell where it's at now. It's changed a lot. Yeah, you can't even tell, couldn't even tell where their house is even at anymore. Turn right here. That should take us up to where the old church is and where their graves are at. Watch it on this road here. Got so hilly, you can't see if somebody's coming or not. I got past that hilly part before this truck came. The church should be just right up here on top of the hill. Glad they haven't changed a lot of the wooded area. Left it alone. Well, there's houses up here too now. There used to be no houses up here. Church should be right up here somewhere. Here's the church. If I can pull all the way around there or not. Looks like I can. This church is called Gorbich Chapel. I think I have a lot of relatives are buried here. Pull right here. Out and look, go to grandparents' graves. Now here's some Gorbits. They're buried here.
One of my cousins is buried here. We call him Donnie. It's Donnie Burdine. He's buried here. He died not too long ago. And here's where my grandparents are at. Grover Burdine and Mary Jane Burdine. My mom's parents. And then there's, I'm not sure who the fish are. I've got some Roots. Last name's Root. There's some relatives. There's some Roots. That's a relative. And some Neils. They're relative. I think they're my grandma's relatives. Got a lot of relatives in here. Got some that just got stones. Don't have any markings on it. The Mullins, I'm not for sure if they're relatives or not. That's pretty tombstone. I think this is my uncle. Yeah. Danny Bowling. He's my uncle. And his wife, she's my aunt, she's still alive. This his tombstone, his grave. It's pretty tombstone. It's been a long time since I got to visit this gravesite. This is the old church. It's old Gorbett's Chapel. The old Gorbett's Chapel. It's where my grandparents came here to church. My grandpa used to play his guitar and sing here at church. Yeah, I miss my grandparents being able to come to their house. That's my grandparents right there. Grover and Mary Jane Burdine. I miss them a lot. And my other grandparents, my dad's parents, they're in Kentucky. My grandpa died in 1992, and my grandma died in 2001. Got a little bench here to sit at their grave. I miss them a lot. And it was hard to believe that my cousin Donnie died in 2022. Yeah. Nice and peaceful up here. That's where my grandparents and some of my cousins and uncle and some other relatives are buried there.
But I'll let you guys go for now, and I'll be back here in a little bit when I get to the next spot. We're getting ready to turn to go into Brownstown. West, going to Brownstown. I think I was a teenager when we lived here in Brownstown with my parents, and I lived here for a little bit with my first wife. Mostly with my parents when I was a teenager. Did a lot of stupid stuff back then. Something going on down there. Doing some construction work, looks like. Looks like they're working on the bridge. Place down here off to the right that used to go down to the river. This water's up quite a bit. Spices is still down there on the right. My brother-in-law used to be a security guard for Marion K. Summers. Coming into Brownstown. Used to be a little small town. But still, it's growing up a little bit. Go to the right. Go to Valonia Beach. Used to go there and go fishing. Looked like the Army surplus is gone that was there. school and high school here in Brownstown. Dairy Queen's still here. Go straight to go to where the fairgrounds is at. That's where. Then here in town they would have what they called the Watermelon Festival. Got a Dollar Tree here now. It used to be a little grocery store. Like they're building something else over there, probably a coffee shop. A Dollar General here now. Over here to the right is the courthouse. Still got the old army tank and stuff out here. I remember being inside those army tank like that when I was in the military. Still got some of the old little shops stuff around here. And used to turn right here, I think, to go down to where my mom and dad's old house was at. This building here on the right used to be a little mom and pop pizza shop, but it's not anymore. This factory over here to the left, I used to work there. I used to do welding and stuff there for them. This house here on the right, where my mom and dad used to live, right here. They changed it a lot. Don't look nothing like it did back when my mom and dad had it. I don't know if they changed the names of these roads here, because a girl I used to date when I was younger, they lived here on these roads here where I'm turning around at. They had the road named after her. Yeah, Jody Drive. Yeah, Jody's the one I used to date when I was younger. Yeah, it's changed a lot. My mom and dad's old house changed quite a bit. Changed a lot around here since I've been here. One of my friends when I was growing up lived over to the left. Ready to head back out of Brownstown. Heading out of Brownstown back into Seymour. Not a whole lot to Brownstown. Used to be a lot smaller than that, didn't have a lot of that stuff there. They're starting to get a little bit more there. There's that Mom and Dad used to live. In this house right here. I'm kind of glad they moved out of this area. A lot of bad stuff happens around here, and they don't have to worry about going up and down stairs anymore. Don't have to worry about them as much. So it did here in this area. Wasn't a very good neighborhood, I didn't think. Back to my Mom and Dad's. Close enough for them. Go to church and stuff. Go to the store. Whatever they need to do. Don't have to worry about them as much. You guys go for now. I'll bring it back when I do some more recording later. So I can get that put back together so I can ride it again. really changed. This area here looks about the same. Got the wooded area. Kind of changed a little bit, got a little more hilly